The night was oppressively quiet as Amelia sat alone in the dimly lit library of her late grandfather's estate. The ancient tome before her exuded an air of malevolence, its cracked leather binding almost pulsing under her trembling fingertips. Among the faded pages, she stumbled upon a passage written in his shaky hand. "You must cease to be a disobedient child in the school of experience, and must begin to learn, with humility and patience, the lessons that are set for your edification and ultimate perfection. For evil, when rightly understood, is found to be not an unlimited power or principle in the universe, but a passing phase of human experience, and it therefore becomes a teacher to those who are willing to learn." As the words etched themselves into her mind, a deep chill crept over her body. The room seemed to grow darker, the shadows pooling in the corners, stretching unnaturally. It was then she heard it, a faint, rasping whisper, as though someone was reading the words aloud behind her. Amelia spun around, but the room was empty. Her heart pounded as she closed the book. Her grandfather had warned her never to read his journals aloud, but he hadn't explained why. Now she felt the air grow heavy, almost suffocating, as the temperature plummeted. The whispering returned, louder this time, threading through her mind like a needle pulling silk. "Learn," it hissed. "Obey." Panicking, Amelia tried to leave, but the door wouldn't budge. The windows, which had been flung open moments ago, were now sealed tight, the glass frosted over with what looked like claw marks. Shadows peeled themselves from the walls, twisting into grotesque, half-formed shapes. They had no eyes, but she could feel their gaze searing into her soul. The largest shadow loomed over her, its form shifting and expanding as it spoke with a voice that resonated like the groaning of ancient wood. "Evil is not eternal," it said, its tone mocking. "But neither are you," Amelia screamed, clutching the book to her chest as the shadows surged toward her. She felt their icy tendrils slither into her ears, her mouth, her mind, dragging her into an abyss of memories not her own. Wars fought, betrayals enacted, despair that clung to her like a second skin. She understood now. These were lessons, each one a fragment of the horrors humanity had wrought, and they demanded to be learned. But the lessons came at a price. When she awoke, she was no longer in the library. She stood in a vast expanse of blackness, the book still clutched in her hands. The whispering had stopped, but a new voice echoed through the void. "Do you see now?" it asked, almost tenderly. "Evil is but a teacher, and you, my child, are its newest pupil." Amelia tried to speak, but her voice had been stolen, along with her reflection, her shadow, and perhaps her soul. She was no longer a person, but a vessel, condemned to wander the corridors of the estate, carrying the book to the next disobedient child who dared to seek forbidden knowledge.